Salutations. Welcome to what I'm hoping is going to be tonight's stream. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Nose is going crazy, and I mean crazy with a capital C. It's this is basically the first time in, I don't know, 20 minutes that I haven't started coughing and hacking, and we're going to be coughing and hacking again in a second. Apologize. Anyway, at the very least, nose blowing. I should just prep this. Just prep this box of Kleenex now. We're almost. This one's almost done. It hurts so bad. Yeah, I don't honestly know what's going on with it. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. All right. Wipe off this board too. I suspect it's going to rain tomorrow. It's not. There's no rain in the forecast, but I'm gonna pretty much put money on. Is this enough? It's too much chest. Too much Samus. All right. So much involuntary tears. Anyway, hopefully we will start taking build suggestions, requests, whatever you want to call them, for Next Life. We'll be starting in the human lives here pretty soon, so get your suggestions in. Uh-oh, I forget where the plat cap is. We're gonna have to move some plat soon. Gonna have to move some plat soon. But anyway, hopefully we're going to be able to get, what time is it? It's 9. Well, we can get like 5 or 6 hours in today. It's all going to depend on how my nose is doing. I'm really hoping that if I shoot the breeze straight up into my face, I've been taking all sorts of stuff to try to get it to stop, and it just won't quit. Just won't quit. Oh, before we go, let's actually go back down here to the first floor and get a hireling. Get a hireling. I hate to do it, but I think we're just going to go back to Haystack. The single target healing is pretty good. You can generally keep Haystack alive through things by just keeping him away from the combat. Then he can heal us up after. It's probably okay. Man, cannot click on things today. We're just like when we go to click things. Alright, so I apologize for being flabberbrained. If you happen to have a suggestion for builds, tonight is the night to get build suggestions in. I will make final suggestions tonight, or final selections tonight, and we'll get the tweet out so people can vote. Don't forget, you can vote in the chat. You can you can vote on Twitter, and if you are a Patreon, I'm allowing absentee voting or future voting or whatever you want to call it. So like, officially the voting won't start till tomorrow, probably like right before we get started, but we'll figure something out. I almost guarantee we're going to die at least one time because I'll have to stop and blow my nose. Almost guarantee it. Alright, speaking of guarantee it, let's take a quick look. I always get asked what the build is. What the build is, why the build is, all those questions. So now, we're going to do a real build breakout probably later tonight or tomorrow. As well as work on the write-up for it, gear lists, that kind of stuff. We're go through all that shenanigans pretty soon. But basically what we're doing right now is we're a light armored off tank is kind of how I like to describe it. We can main tank, I think, with a little bit of attention. We are pretty easy to heal. Not like the world's easiest to heal. But we do okay. We can self-heal a little bit with our Cure Light Wounds and our Cure. This is currently always off. Let's turn this one back on. And our Cure Serious Wounds. Let's get our auras turned on. And it looks like we already have the Stalwart Defense turned on, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of the gist of it. We will end up with 12 Warlock levels when all things are said and done. 5 Bard levels, 3 Fighter levels. I feel like that is kind of self-explanatory on a lot of things. If not, you'll have to read the write-up when it's ready. And, yeah, so things that are kind of important in the build is we have a high double strike chance, which is why we're using daggers. So we're using a Vacuum 2, and we're using Manslaying from the Ring of the Stalker. We also have a high crit opportunity. I don't see the named here, unfortunate. Oh, is that it? No. High crit opportunity, and we're like layering a lot of things together. Our current base attack bonus is 32% double strike, and a melee attack speed of 40. I don't think haste is going to increase it, right? Oh, no, we can increase it to 45 with haste, which is pretty good. And then if we hit the rapid strike button and contact something, that's another 20%. So we're at a 50% double strike chance, and that's pretty much all the time. And then we can boost another 20 with our action boost double strike, and we have another 30 from Reaper points. So if we click all the buttons, we can get to 100% double strike very, very easily. So the reason why we can have like a little bit lower damage value is because we're hitting twice every time we attack. Oh wait, hang on. We gotta summon our dork here. Oh boy. Alright. Sorry, I'm getting tweets and various updates on whatnot here. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to not kill spiders. It's unlikely that our aura is just gonna like randomly kill a spider. It is possible, but it is not the most likely scenario here, I don't think. Unfortunately, Solus, just confirm actually. Yeah, never mind. We can kill a Solus with our trip effect here. Well, apparently we didn't hit, which is a little bit weird. I haven't had that problem in a long time. Maybe we hit something else. Anyway, we're going to try and see if we can dance around. I don't think we're going to be able to. Long story short, of course this guy gets hit instead. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If we can avoid killing spiders, then good for us. Yeah, good for us. So, oh, that just didn't trick off yet. That's what. So our aura doesn't hit for millions and millions in damage. It does add up. I will say that much for it. And we can take a lot of hits. I don't know if we actually kill the guy there or not. We got a couple of guys getting low. Yeah, spiders are dying. So we're just going to stand here and take it. Knock it down. Which means we may have to turn our aura off for the last part of the quest, which will suck. Alright, but we killed the spider, so let's just push through. I wonder if the Warlock aura is known for firing off Colors of the Queen. I've not actually noticed one way or the other. So maybe it is, maybe it has been, I don't know. Because we're not afraid to kill the spiders doesn't mean that we want to kill the spiders. But we will if we have to. Alright, let's find the second book. So if we jump around up here, it's not at the shrine. It is here at the rubble, though. So the easiest way to get to the rubble is... Let me look. Number 1 goes to the shrine. Number 2 goes basically right up there. Number 3, I don't remember. Number 4, I believe, goes here. So we want to clear this tunnel and see if we get lucky and find the dork and stuff in here. Alright, unfortunately not lucky. It's alright. We didn't really expect to get lucky there, but sometimes you do. I suppose while we're on this side, we'll go ahead and clean out this side. Several runs in a row, I said something along the lines of like, it's really weird. I usually don't see them over here. And then I said, wow, it's really weird. This is the second life in a row they've been on this side. And then it was like, wow, this is the third life in a row it's been on this side. So I've been checking this side a little bit more often now. Pulled some stuff we don't want to have. It's fine. Let's dance this guy first. Trip and die. Come back here, Plague Reaper. Helpless, huh? Took a beating. Alright. We still have lots of hit points, though. Also, let's see what our Warlock aura is ticking for now. 42? Yeah, that's right. 42 is a lot. 42 is quite a few hit points, actually. Need to be remembering to hit this haste button. Always forget to use haste. Oh, Josh should pick up this lost soul. I feel the need to blow my nose incoming, excuse me. Also have a bit, oh hey, oh, I got a bot here that would like to get banned. There we go. My bad. I would love to be famous. I would love to buy some followers. That would be amazing. I wonder if you could write that off on your taxes as marketing. Alright, there's the pack and the journal. So I think this means a couple of things for us. One, I think this means that we're going to have to turn off our Orla, which sucks. Having the Aura turned off is pretty terrible for us. We are more than reasonably... Oh, we already have a Death Ward going. Oh, but we got lucky. That was super lucky, actually. Alright, so we're on self-heal mode with the with using our actual healing spells. Not the worst. Make it work. Alright, we're gonna go up this one over here, which is the one that we know. Let's change the word know to probably believe. Goes where we want to go. Alright, well that's... These are our boots. Be really careful. Do single target attacks on a hard target. Make sure that we're... not doing cleave-based maneuvers, stuff like that. Which we don't really have any cleave-based maneuvers. So that's much less of a big deal. We don't really have any skills that are currently being utilized. Everything's pretty much attacking us anyway. Another Soulless, which we've learned that we can actually deal with like this. I think we have to clear this little bundle back this direction to open that door. Nice. Okay, they just turned purple for some reason. I was like, no, did I kill them? But I kept scanning up here and they didn't change, so I did something to them. Probably disruption, destruction, something. Alright. We should be getting spawns here in a second. Intimidate everything onto me. I guess now we have a skill that's kind of being used, right? Make sure we get at least that can I fire this off? I mean, he's still protecting her. I suppose it's fine. Oh, look at that hanging out. Oh, he's just hanging out too. Huh, that's weird. That guy should be dead. Alright, we gotta be careful on this Carnage Reaper here. Could be a problem. Fortunately, was not. Alright, I think we paid our time tax. Yeah, we did. Alright. Unfortunately, we do have to clear this aggro right here. I've had her actually get killed at when this stuff was like one guy left. I thought she would take it down, but she did not. So we'll auto attack here. Oh, for some reason I thought I saw these guys coming at me. Unnecessary. This fight was unnecessary. Apologize. You didn't need to come in here and do this. But whatever. And there's like just enough weird lag. It's not the end of the world bad. It's just a little bit inconvenient. It's kind of how it was all day today, earlier though. Should have pulled up the list before we came in here. Grimm's DDO Puzzles app. Alright. I feel like this one is like I, but we'll look it up instead of playing the guessing game here. Hey. Oh, you have Death Ward. You jerk. Alright, so the reason that we are very adamant. I was correct, this was I. The reason why we're so adamant about not killing monsters in this, before this point, you may notice that there's exactly 4 monsters in there. 4 spiders, sorry. Which means we can kill everything in this room and not worry about who lives and who dies. Which makes this infight much easier. Oops, you didn't make it. Trying to figure out if we have a log save on that, or if that was a Irresistible Dance. It's too late now to find it, probably. Alright, we're almost... Oh, there's 92. The Rashasha experience came in for our monster manual. Kind of weird. Red's hanging out in Talab's channel, not coming over here and hanging out with us. Feel like we've been asked to eat worms. It's 15. So I was hoping to have a few more people in the live stream chat before we start talking about this news update, but we got a little bit of a bus update. So I don't know if it was right after the stream or at the tail end of the stream sometime. I think it was right after. The wife actually got our bid from the first place that we went to on for the countertops on the bus. And you may have picked up on the subtle fact that I said the first place, meaning that we did not get our countertops from there. We chose to go someplace else. They wanted almost double, more than double in some situations what we kind of was estimating. Like, I knew we picked out a couple of kind of more expensive options. But basically, we only need the equivalent of like half a slab, maybe not even that, of material. Get this sorcerer down since we started it. It's not really the one that we wanted to get down. That's okay. Looks like we auto-tripped one, and then we were able to physically trip the other, so that made things much easier here. But anyway, so after going through the bids several times and trying to figure out why they were so much more than we kind of estimated they were going to be, and my nose was going crazy, and I wasn't going to be able to start the stream anyhow, the way my nose was feeling. And I thought maybe if I got out of the house and we did something, it would mellow out. It did some, but not a lot. Not like I would have liked. We ended up having to come back to the house and laying down for a little while, doing the roll left, roll right game. I don't know if you've ever played that game with a runny nose, but basically it's not a lot of fun. Trying to not have to blow your nose by changing the angle so your nose drains away. Kind of sucks. But anyway, we went to this other place. This other place had samples, like not just samples for like little samples, but had big, like the actual sheets of stuff sitting out in the field. So we're able to like walk around and physically go look at materials and things. So we've narrowed it down to 2 different quartzes, and both are going to be around $1,500, which is still more than we originally planned, but not a lot more than we originally planned. And having a nice countertop, I think, is really something that we are interested in having. I didn't bring my Scooty Booties. Probably should have. Take some time to find a pair, but it's okay. There's the monster that we were scared of. Soulless down. Alright. You're in whirlwind form, so we don't have to worry about you for a little bit. So anyway, we're looking at a couple of quartz countertops. There was two granite ones that we really liked. But as we started kind of like getting into it with the person, this one actually was a little bit more concerned with the idea of granite the granite countertops being in the bus and moving around. The first guy that we talked to really didn't think it would be a problem. Yeah, I had the feeling that that was a... The marks of law tend to be death warded. So anyway, we kind of talked ourselves out of the granite stuff. We found one we really liked, like quite a bit actually. I don't know if I find their Facebook page, I think I can. I think they had it listed on their Facebook page. Yeah, here it is. So this is what we were like really strongly leaning towards. This is the second sheet of it they had, this particular granite. And the first one, like this, a corner of it, like here, broke off. Then there was a little crack down there. I think we could have probably cut the whole countertop out of this, like everything we needed out of that scrap. But we were a little bit concerned that if it was already broken, what it would look like. So we have something similar to this on our maybe list, and then we have, I don't think they have this other one. It's something like this, kind of picked out. It's a little bit more of a natural stone look, but of course it's granite, so kind of like this as well. So we're not 100% sure which way we want to go yet. Oh yeah, see, that stuff is so pretty. But that's that granite. And then these are samples of quartz. It's hard to... Kind of sucks that they don't have a website. Like a proper website, they just use their Facebook page. But I can respect that as a communication tool. Ah, here we go. This is it. It's this one, and then that Aria is the two that we're kind of looking at here. Part of the reason that we really like that one, the one that I had just shown, is it would normally be much more expensive. So basically the lady kind of described, and they're a smaller mom and pop shop. So what the lady kind of described to us was like 3 tiers, right? Basically A, B, and C. Where A is the least expensive, B is the next, and C is the most expensive, right? I think there are more tiers than that, but that's kind of how she described it. And this would have been in a more expensive tier, except it has been discontinued, and that is the last piece that she has in stock. So it's really difficult to do a full-size kitchen out of one piece of the material. So since they only have one piece of the material left, it really needs to be used for a small project, like a bathroom or a super tiny kitchen or something, which conveniently enough, we're doing a super tiny kitchen. So basically if they would have had 2 slabs, we wouldn't have been able to get it, because that would have been enough to do a larger kitchen. But since it's our last piece, we're gonna get it for the much lower price, assuming that we decide to go that way, which I think we will. I think it's just got more character to it than like the Aria that the wife likes. The wife likes the Aria because it's got like sparkles in it when you go and look at it. But I don't need sparkles. The other thing I really liked about them in particular, this, by the way, is called the Top Shop here in Salina. If you're in the area and you're looking for stuff, highly recommend so far. Haven't seen final product yet, but the other thing that I really, really like about them, other than the fact that they had material on hand, like the slabs on hand to show you, and you pick your slab right then and there if you want, was the fact that the woman literally was able to give us not the exact total, but a pretty close total. Yeah. Too many light brights there, plus the fear dots. Were one of these light brights a champion? Just a cleric. Yeah, no, none of them are champions. Oh, I shouldn't have started killing these guys. One of them's going to turn around and just shoot me for like a bunch of damage. Never mind, I guess I'm a liar. Should have just spammed the heal button earlier. Maybe I was too busy talking my mouth up. Anyway, that's happened. Nothing you can do about it. So, she was able to give us an estimate basically right then. Where it took the other guy 2 weeks to get us an estimate. And I suspect part of the reason that it took them so long to get that estimate is because they just didn't have the materials on hand. So he had to figure out what it would cost to ship in the materials. Oh, it's a Stygian? Alright, where's the other champ? Here it is. Alright, now let's go for this. Son of a bitch. Better make with that heal quicker. Keep the intim up. Make sure they're on me. this Gaily Cleric then. Yeah, we don't want to fight that one yet. Get the trash first. This guy's going to take a minute, so... Hero Soul's going to refill up on mana. Plus, I think he self-heals a little bit. Unless he missed an attack and now he's tripped. Never mind, I guess he must be tripping. It's fine. I'll take a free W that way. I'm not worried about mana in this situation. We have two boosts, which may not be enough. We may end up shrining after this next little fight here, but it may be enough. Guess we'll find out. Alright, unfortunately I can't tell what kind of champ she is. And she didn't get knocked down, so... Oh, she's a Flameborn anyway. She wouldn't have died. Like that anyhow. Alright. So let's position the situation like in here, where we can get the guy up against the wall. Make sure we get some mana to... Alright. That was close enough. The haystack didn't get hit. Let's go just a little bit further back. He got hit from that flame strike though. We'll play that flame strike again. So we just don't want Flame Strike, or Haystack here to get beat up. We're actually pretty close to just getting him. All that double strike certainly adds up. Yeah. What's an Aratricos? We could have fought all these guys at once. But I think I want to go ahead and fight them separately. Alright, maybe we'll end up fighting these two guys at the same time. Maybe not. Turn on auto attack, go to work. That auto attack carry us home. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. So either later this week or early next week they'll come out, take the templates and the measurements. And then within 2 to 3 weeks after that, we'll have our countertops in, which is pretty exciting. Something I am super looking forward to. That was a big ding. 444. Let's roll a 1 on that disintegrate. Only thing I could think of. That guy's in there picking his nose. We're gonna come up this way and do boop, boop. We're gonna establish aggro and then let Haystack come in. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Just dawned on me that I have some Reaper points that I didn't spend. And I was thinking, oh, I want these for a little bit later. There probably won't be any later. Not really. I know, we'll see. really like this one. We just should have went the other way. Our horse isn't going around this very well. Alright, rank 92. This will probably put us to rank 93. Yeah, I'm going to save this image. Oh, here's a big chunk of it. I'm actually going to send that to the wife. Oh, I didn't summon. Alright, well now I feel sheepish. Thought I already summoned Dorcas here. Alright, so we're just going to sprint boost through and jump down the hole. I'm not the world's biggest. Stop and fight these guys. Oh, she's on her way. Ooh, there's a Plague Reaper. He's stuck. I don't know if we're going to get in a situation where we can get him. Think that's it?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, it doesn't look anything like... I mean, you know what that counter in the room looked like, right?
Yeah.
You know, that one we were leaning on. It's just like that, only it's different colors.
Oh, I felt like it had...
This is very...
I felt like that was closer to it.
This is very, Is this a granite scrap? Because this looks like granite.
Could have been. I don't know. I was just looking, trying to find one that looks very similar.
I did too. I didn't see anything on there.
Because,
And I was like, man, why didn't I take a picture of the sample at least? No, because it's got...
Because I thought this also
This
looked
looks more
like
like granite to me, because this is very...
Because this also looked like it to me.
real. No, it's very small. It's much smaller. That's why this looks like granite to me, because this... The pattern on it is a lot smaller.
No, I didn't feel like it looked like that. I felt like it looked a lot like that.
Color-wise, sure.
Okay.
I don't think so, though. I think that looks like... Does that say it's coarse? Does that say it's granite? That looks like
Doesn't say
granite.
it's anything. There's no text on their
That's on
pictures
their-
on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I looked at the pictures on Facebook. I didn't really Okay.
Yeah, I just went back through their pictures on Facebook.
No, it's really a much smaller pattern. This is pretty, but I feel like this is granite.
I don't know. I felt it was very similar.
Colorwise, sure. They're big.
I felt like it had big chunks like that. But it had
like this, but in comparison to the one in the room, it's not a.
Well,
this is granite. I'm pretty sure this is granite.
Are you talking about the sample that was hanging on the wall?
Yes. The white antiquity.
Right.
That we. Yes. This is not it. That's quartz. I'm pretty sure this is granite.
Why can I not spell antiquity?
Cuity. I didn't realize that was how antiquity was spelled.
A what?
ANTICUITY. Something like that. I'm not good at it either. I tried to look at it, but I didn't see it. But I was using my phone. It's hard to find things on your phone. Put your camera on. I feel like
it's always on.
And my hair is like a complete mess because I was just laying on the couch when I took my bun down.
It's always on.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is not it.
No, that's not it. That's, yeah. I know. I couldn't find it Googling it either. There's too many antiquates things out there.
I said, and everything out there, like, I think every place has their own names unless it's made by a particular company.
Yeah,
or
I don't
whatever.
know. I don't know what their brand.
Because it.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't see any brand names. She didn't say anything about where she gets it or anything. She said she gets it in what bulk or whatever. And
Well, she said she bought the things in bulk, like 5 things or whatever at a time.
But they're discontinued too, though. She said.
Well, that's what that's why I was telling the stream that we got a much better price on that one because there's only one slab left instead of it being at the more expensive tier.
Right.
We're getting it at basically the bottom tier price because they want to get rid of that inventory.
They want to get rid of them.
Right. That one that's there.
They can because they might not.
Right. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there.
This is really pretty, but I feel like this was granite.
I don't know. I feel like that was very close.
The quartz are more patterny, and that's why I think this is granite. Colorwise, sure, but pattern.
I don't know. It makes more sense to me for them to put stuff on there. I don't know. I just felt it looked like a big chunk of it because we didn't record it or take a picture or anything. So it's hard to share at the stream that we're moving forward on the countertops.
Well, we really didn't even get to see it.
Right, we didn't get to see that one. So it was buried in like 3 or 4 other countertop slabs.
They have to set them up, and they were all like bound together, so she couldn't.
Right, but that was they were in the to get cut up list. So sometime pretty soon. This is not where I wanted to go. Sometime pretty soon they're gonna free that up so we can go take a look at it. We'll snap pictures then.
Yeah, and if it's too overwhelming,
so one way or another, we're gonna be picking out. I'm pretty sure we've decided this is the place. The price is what we're looking for.
She just said they had like eight things going on. He had like 8 whatevers. But she said since we were in town, she thought they'd be able to get by a measure this week. She's gonna call me. And I don't know. I was talking to Remy about it, and I was like, well.
What did he say? Is he excited?
He was like, whoa. I told him the prices at the other place. And then he's like, well, what did you get? I said, well, we didn't get anything. I said, we were waiting on prices. He's like, oh, okay. Except the prices were too high, so we went to this other place. So it was much more reasonable. And I told them what it was.
And again, it's not always about just the cheapest thing. It's the one that fits us the best. And unfortunately, price is a concern, considering that we.
Double her price, yeah.
Well, and again, because I think it had a lot more to do with the fact that
They wouldn't give us a partial slab.
right.
They wanted us to buy the whole 60 square foot slab. Some of them weren't as big, which is why they were like varying between 2,500 and 4,000. But
Yeah. So
some of the slabs weren't as big. But
because we have such a
I was
small
actually really confused
project.
what was what also that he sent. And he sent stuff that I think that we didn't want quotes on too. I was so confused by it. And I didn't see wood in there at all.
No, I told him he could check on that one if he
But
thought it was reasonable.
considering they're more costly, plus it's crestwood, it was probably expensive. Considering these are prices he sent on that.
Yeah, I don't understand how the wood ones are so
Although
expensive.
with the wood ones, you wouldn't have to overbuy, like on the granite, or not granite, but
Right, you would just do a glue up and then
Right.
cut.
You can just do the right size. You don't have to make it larger and cut down.
Well, you have to make it a little larger and cut it down, but
But
Not
60
that much.
square feet for 18 square feet or whatever.
yeah, I don't know. I thought the whole thing was kind of weird when it
It was.
for that particular thing. Although they had a very nice shop and the guy was
Yeah.
a reasonable salesperson,
Yeah.
but I'm also really glad we went to Lowe's and talked to that guy. Even though I don't think he was
You're learning.
super helpful.
For sure. Things.
Alright, get out of here.
I would like to make sure that we get to see that before we decide for sure. if we're
Oh, we will.
cut
They'll,
or
I'm sure.
little small samples of noises like there. Because actually, you know, most of those things that do look better on a larger scale. But some don't. Like if it's too busy, I won't like it.
I don't know. Anyway, there was also a really nice, like two really nice granite ones that we,
So pretty. I wish we could do
if
granite,
we weren't moving, if the bus wasn't physically moving, we could have taken a shot at Adam.
I really liked that one, but it was so broken. But the other one seemed okay, but it's risky.
Yeah, so
I could still do it, but it's risky because it's the same price. Like some people don't do that.
no, I think I'd rather err on the side of caution.
And we'll still have a nice counter
Anyway,
I'm probably going to bed soon.
I don't know. We'll see how my nose is. I had like 5 whole minutes here where I hadn't had to blow my nose, just sniffle a whole bunch. We'll see if it continues to get better. Alright, night. Alright, so back about the game here. For those of you who don't know, I'm a big fan of not wearing Featherfall items in here. In this case, it wouldn't have mattered. We wouldn't have had time to catch anything anyway, I don't think. But for me, I feel like I'm a person who knows where my character is going to land because I spend 99% of the time without Featherfall on. So having Featherfall just messes me up.
So yesterday I'm washing towels, right? Ruby's in his room. And I'm like, hey, you got towels today? He's like, yeah. So he comes out. And I go take it from him. He's like, I'll take them down. Which, anyway. So I'm like, okay, well then just take these two. So I hand him the other ones that I got out of the bathroom. So he brings them down, he puts them in the washer. He doesn't close the washer lid. So today he goes to do his laundry. He's like, what's with the washer? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it's still full of water and everything. I was was like, well, when you took the towels down yesterday, did you close the lid and let it go through the cycle? No. I'm like, well, why
Well,
not?
then
He's
there
like,
you
I didn't know if you were done. I was like, well, I handed you the towels. You said you were going to go. So I said, here, take these. Plus, I checked it later and I could have sworn it was closed. But anyway.
Alright, so we're at like 7 minutes in a row without having a coffee sneezy fit. Woo! Oh. Clear the aggro here. I feel my eyes already watering up from everything. Burst. We're down, what, a little bit of mana? Yeah, I don't think I care. Haven't even used our boost, really. What? Sorry, I got a weird text message here. Oh, okay. Oh no, my brain says was very similar. Or maybe she's right. Maybe that's granite because of a little bit more of the randomness to it. Well, hang on. This says that they've updated their website address, which makes me wonder if they have a website listed. Let's eliminate that guy. The rest of these, I think we can just chop down. Poison Pot's your best friend in here. And then being sure to hit this room before you move on is extremely important. Not only does it allow you to get back up here if you fall, but it also gives you an opportunity to shortcut the quest pretty significantly. I feel like it's a pretty worthy change. Pretty much just kill the casters in here if I can help it. If there happens to be like a couple of things along the way that are problematic, you might stop and pick some stuff up, but I want to get this caster. I'm afraid he's gonna cause too many problems. We got a double Reaper situation, double Carnage Reaper situation. Nice. Okay, well, guess mistakes were made. Res first, res second, res some more. That's a good job, Haystack. Not gonna lie, it was good work. When we get up in this room up here, which shouldn't be too much longer actually, basically around this corner and over, we we're getting rezzed. Really, 4 hit points is gonna keep us from moving on, huh? Okay. Let's have him throw himself another heal. Alright, so we're just going to jump down Again, we're gonna look around and see if there's casters along the way that we can easily grab. There's that Carnage Reaper that killed us earlier. Get some sweet revenge on him, huh? Okay, I don't see any other casters. Oh, there's one. Oh, fell too far. Alright, fast fall. Does my head still hurt? It does still hurt. But I feel better today now than I did earlier. If I can keep my nose from going crazy this the rest of tonight, or at least have it be moderately crazy, I think we'll be okay for the rest of the evening. Oh, thanks, my friend. Appreciate the host. How old am I? I'm 40. 41. 41. I don't know. 40, 41. Age is just a number. As long as you're staying active. Do I miss being young? I don't really think of myself as old. I mean, I stay active, and I'm getting even more active as we do things. So as we get closer and closer to the bus and getting things done, I'm actually looking at getting some of those toe shoes so we can start taking some extra hiking. The reason I'm in particular interested in those is I dislike shoes. And those are like the closest things to being barefoot but protected. So I've been looking at some of those. But I also blah 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 blah. I would say I did have to grow up quickly. So my wife and I did have my son pretty early. I must be 41. Yeah, 41. So we did have to grow up fast. You know, we were engaged to be married, and then a couple of months after our engagement, we found out Remington was on the way. So then we moved the engagement up. Or the wedding up, I should say, not the engagement. The engagement was already done. So, to make things easier for everything else. You just asked a question, not a whole story. Well, unfortunately, you're here and you're going to get a story. Because that is how we do it. Alright, so this one's going to kind of suck a little bit. And it's mostly going to suck because we don't have a good way to insta-kill that cube. So we're going to get Reaper spawns like crazy. I guess we can try to... Oh yeah, we're not... Wow, this cube is hitting us hard, actually. Points a shot. It's pretty significant. But yeah, it's being old is certainly not bad as long as you take care of yourself. Now granted, I spend a lot of time not taking care of myself. I'm trying to correct that. Trying to correct that now. Getting back in a little bit of shape, getting more active. Make sure everything is okay here. I want to get Haystack moved in here. So we got the last key, and we're heading off to the top. Finish up this questicle here. Super quiet stream tonight, unfortunately. I know I wasn't feeling particularly well, but surprised that we don't have a slightly larger audience by now. Let's put that on just to make sure that we kind of get a first time shot landing here. Let's stop this guy too. I want to get peppered with solar cruelty arrows while we're running up this. Clearly we missed at least one pretty annoying guy. That guy. All this stuff should already be mostly aggroed on us already. So our dungeon alert shouldn't skyrocket again, I don't think. $70, wow. That's a pretty impressive number. I think our personal best is something like 80 something, 84, 83. 70 is pretty good. So let's see, our death was due to fighting a, I don't remember if it was a champed caster, but it was definitely a caster. Because I was worried about getting held when a Carnage Reaper showed up. And we're going to take out the caster first and then the Carnage Reaper. And then while we were dealing with that, a second Carnage Reaper also appeared. So a situation with a double Carnage Reaper. I guess if you're going to have a death, you might as well go big, right? Alright. Do I like the King Charles Spangles? I don't know what that is. It's a dog? It's a cute dog. How big are they? It looks like they get it to be about medium size. Not medium size, they're still small dogs, but they get to be pretty, like, bigger. Yeah, I don't know much about them. I had a neighbor that had a similar dog at one time. It's a fine dog, I think. I remember it barking a lot. I don't know. There are very few dog breeds, I think, that I dislike. Got some sort of Reaper coming in, I thought. Doesn't look like it. So I'm having a discussion with a friend of mine who is to my left, and I am definitely to his right, and we've been discussing adoption versus abortion, etc. And we've been discussing it back and forth for a little while, and it's something that we've talked about several times over the year. Anyway. So yeah, So my friend is the exception that proves the rule. Oh boy. This room's not typically tough, but getting earth grabbed and then knocked around can be quite the ordeal. Alright. Let's get back to what we're talking about here. I'm trying to multitask. It's not working that great. It's easier for me to communicate with my mouth hole and do something else as opposed to my fingers and do something else. I don't know, we're having a... This is a fundamental difference between more right-wing people and more left-wing people. It's kind of boiled down this discussion into. Basically it started out with I just wanted to let my friend know that a particular situation that had happened, because he basically said if I've never had to make this decision, then I shouldn't have the ability to say anything about it. And because nobody's watching, we'll just talk about it. We were talking about abortions, and my feeling is that ending a life is wrong, but if you need to do it, that's a terrible decision that you should have to make. But I don't want to be any part of it because I feel like it's wrong, and I feel like my tax dollars should not go to that. They go to preventative precautions, and I feel like that should be enough that my contributions can stop at that point. I also feel that personally, if somebody they've decided that they need an abortion, and they can't afford one, that I understand that could be the case, but I feel like in that situation it should be treated more like a student loan, like a non-bankruptable government loan, and that if things come out of your taxes and stuff to pay it back, if you need help with it or whatever. So he's talking about some situations here where he's saying intelligence, opportunity, and adaptability. I didn't say that you had to necessarily become a millionaire, but you can certainly move up in class by following what I call the 3 rules I've learned over the years from doing various research and things. But my point overall was that people can have a good life based off of the decisions that they make. And my friend's like, no, outside influences and natural talent has a factor, and I agree. Natural talent can be a factor. But I also feel like making good decisions is a big part of it. Alright. Got a lot of shenanigans up here. Let's... More than I was expecting, to be honest. We must have some people wander down from above. Maybe they were attacking previously. I don't know. Oh, we should have killed that thing instead with our insta-kill. Now we got some dots. See if this Reaper wakes up enough to come get us. Looks like we're okay. Four negative levels, nice. I don't think he can fix negative levels. Ugh, he's writing a novel over here. Which is fair. It's a difficult subject. So I think I'm just going to tell him that this is a conversation that is best had in person soon, or at least over voice, so I can work while we're talking here in a minute. Whew. But who is we, and am I willing to take 20 years out of your life for the greater good? It's not enough to talk about what we should do. The reality is you have to take away American freedoms for us to be great again. Whew. Yeah, see, this is where I think he starts to get crazy. he's turning to the power of the government to take care of it, and this is where we start to disagree. Disagree on this one as well. He also says that we're more selfish, which I disagree with. Alright, that's where I'm going to end it. We are the greatest influence in our lives. Which is something apparently is a very Jewish tenet, which I didn't realize before. But basically the idea is that there's good and evil in all of us, and we are the ones that decide, that make the decision if we're going to listen to our good, like our positive voice or our evil voice or whatever you want to call it. And there are people out there who don't have like the good voice, right? There are psychopaths out there and stuff like that. 10% of the population, I guess, whatever. But, yeah, I'm definitely a person who, at the end of the day, feels like, and I shouldn't say feels like because I know this to be true, but it's often hard to put this in words for people. But there's two ways to look at life, right? Just two. Either society is made up of a bunch of individuals, right? And those individuals decide to live their lives in a certain way, right? In a positive way, moral way, whatever, or an immoral way, whatever it is, and that society changes when people decide to change. And like, if we all decide that we don't like plaid, and we all, I decide I don't like plaid, so I'm not going to wear plaid. Somebody else decides, etc., goes forth. I don't think we need a shrine. We're fine. And then, as a society, we decide we don't need plaid anymore, and they just, plaid doesn't sell, whatever. We're done with plaid. Okay. Or you have people who feel like this is the way we want to go forward, and we have to use an outside force to make everybody do this. So, like, for example, it would be, say, 51% of the population has voted and said, yeah, we're going to get rid of plaid. Right? And then they make a law and say, you're not allowed to wear plaid, and if you're caught wearing plaid, you have a fine or whatever. And that's society using government to force their will down upon the other 49% of people. Okay? So, there's two ways to look at the world. Either the individual has the ability to change and make decisions that they want at the end of the day, or something has to go force them down. I believe in the individual. If you believe in the individual, then that typically means you lean either more libertarian or more to the political right. If you believe that people are shit, to kind of quote Will Smith, or no, not Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones, right? People are dumb, stupid, mean animals, or whatever he said, right? A person can be smart. A person can make good decisions. But people are dumb and foolish and mean and whatever other words he used. I don't even know. But that's just it. Like, those are the decisions. And at the end of the day, if you want to have a positive life, there's a pattern. It's a pattern of recognition. It's the pattern of 50 years of success in the United States. If you happen to be watching this down the road and you're like, what is Samus going on about? I apologize, but basically there's a friend of mine who we're having a discussion on how to be successful in America, in the United States. And I said, it's simple, man. You just got to follow the 3 rules. You don't have any kids out of wedlock, you finish school, and you get a job. And maybe you can put in some sub points. I often do, like, maybe then you start looking at some other rules, like some financial rules. But I feel like you're more likely to start making good. You're more likely to start making good decisions if you're already doing these first 3 things. So, anyway, which is where I'm I brought up the 3 rules to him, and I said, look, man, there are 3 rules. It just happens to be true. If you finish school, don't have kids before you're married, and you get a job, odds are very, very likely that you're going to be successful here in America. It's just the case. Jeez, these Reapers, man. They're going to make life harder for us than it needs to be here in a minute, I think. Everything's currently aggroed on us, and that is A-okay. Just want to make sure that guy's fine still. Yeah, he's pretty good. I have a feeling the extra golem really pushed him over the edge here. So again, it just boils down to, in my opinion, it boils down to what kind of decisions do you make, and who's responsible for your decisions. Can there be outside factors into your decisions? Sure, but at the end of the day, it's your decision to have unprotected sex, for example, before marriage. Right? It's your decision to go to school and get a job. It's your decision to do, like he mentioned, some people never get taught how to read. I mean, I suppose that's possible, but if you're a person in the United States and you don't know how to read, and you decide that you want to be able to read, you can learn to read. Even if you didn't want somebody to teach you, right? Especially in this day and age, you can talk to your phone. Your phone will tell you how to do stuff. You can go on YouTube. I know it's hard to I have a really difficult understanding of people not being able to have some basic reading in the United States, but I suppose it's possible. Some pretty extreme situations. Should take a second and use the restroom while we're Oh. Thank you, Tourette's. Send him a dirty message if he's still on. No, he's not. Yeah, I guess it is 11:30. Anyway, I think I'm going to hit the restroom here just really quickly. I realize there's not like an abundance of people watching, so we probably won't bother to throw an ad up. But no, I think we're gonna go ahead and take another haystack. Yeah. But we're definitely gonna take a quick second and use the restroom here. Gotta go right now. All right, be right back. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. We're going back to Meridia for the last quest. Which is going to be a lot slower than it probably should be. I'm starting to feel a little bit better at least. Although my nose is still causing all sorts of issues. So this one should probably take me about here, so like 94. And then middle of 94. We have to get to the end of 95. So we're going to need probably 2 more quests after this. Yeah, if we would have taken the 2 XP stones from Sharn, we would have capped by now. Just for the record. Which is fine, I don't mind. I'm having a good time doing this, but thought we were gonna have V-Love joining us, which is why I didn't take those. We could also do some explorers or whatever. Like, there's lots of options. There's also some quests that are fun. Oh, plus we got a named here. I should have grabbed a D-Door scroll. It'll work out, I think. We have to walk back, we walk back. Yeah, I think we're also going to have to move some plat pretty soon. Or gold or whatever. Again, I don't remember exactly what the cap is, but I know it's 4 million something. I've only been plat capped a couple of times. And honestly, until I started doing Reapers, I felt like I would typically like break even on a life. But now that we're doing Reapers, and I'm not sure why exactly, but I feel like we've reached the point where we take less damage. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's not it. Maybe we just use less consumables now. Like, I'm not even using potions, really. Switch to hirelings for most of the stuff. That's probably a big part of it. Because when you're doing non-Reaper stuff, it's easier to probably just live off of other things. Are there people out there who don't refrigerate syrup? I'm trying to think if that's actually a thing or not. It seems weird. Doesn't it? Doesn't it seem a little weird? Like when it's... Although I feel like I grew up in a house where we didn't refrigerate this syrup. It is filled with sugar, which is hydroscopic typically, meaning that it can't take water in. Which meaning that it typically doesn't allow germs in either. So it's not like it's typically going to mold or anything like that. Interesting. Team No Fridge. Also for soy sauce, sriracha, and other hot sauces. Yeah, I keep most of that stuff in the refrigerator. I keep my honey at room temperature when I have it, which is not very often lately. There's our green steel boots. Rust monsters love green steel. They love it. It's ironic, this close, I think the Fear Reaper is less scary than the Earth Elemental. Maybe it's not that funny. It's funny to me, though. Alright, how broken are our boots? Not that bad. Can't actually see how damaged they are, but they're not cracked and they can't be that, or they're not red, they're not that far. Alright, well now they fell off, so thanks, Rust Monsters. They're just broken. It'll be alright. We'll be able to get them fixed later, but that is pretty aggravating. I suspect we're going to end up getting teleported to the fire hole on this run. Alright, we're going to make it dark in here. Apologize for that. I know it tends to get dark on Twitch and on YouTube, but apologies. Should be enough light for people to be able to see things in general here. Another Fear Reaper. We want to do the whole quest in the dark, but heavy combat situations where we really need our other weapon, I think we would be strongly advantaged to go ahead and switch. Like this situation, we don't care. There's one stone golem. It's not going to take that long. Beat her down. So this is another situation that's probably going to get weird. So we're going to hug way over here. The reason why is because there's a gelatinous cube that'll come down right there and attack us. And if we can avoid spawning it, that's one less danger. Try to remember that on the way back out as well. These guys are actually dangerous here. The gelatinous cubes. Gelatinous cubes can be real tough. Alright, let's get some heals. Make sure that we have the aggro. Suspect we're gonna end up calling Durham again later. This situation, I just want to trip this guy. Go back to the light here. If a monster's on its butt, it can't hurt you. Alright, we're gonna have to move. Man, that is aggravating. No, haystack, damn it. The fact that we can do this is great, but the fact that it is a slow slog here, getting our hit points back up, is less great. I liked how that guy just like jumped over that chasm. We literally watched him fall over what should have been like jump on nothing. It's pretty sweet. Oh, haystack. Alright, let's switch to our regular weapons here. Just make this part so much quicker. Yeah, and I realize it's a little bit darker, but is it generally lit up well enough that we can see what's going on. He's an Infernal Pact, which is a guy that we should be able to beat down. And then we're going to grab the crest and we're just going to start walking back out. We will clear the aggro up here. We're not going to just like have it chase us. But if we can get out of the way of the archers, that's pretty sweet. That's some chip-in damage we don't have to worry about. So I tried to make it where that guy... Alright, well. I'm just going to take the easy route here. I'm going to let that auto attack. I don't feel like dealing with it right now. We got a double Reaper situation. Our favorite. Alright, well we're gonna have to deal with the Carnage Reaper first. And then we'll have to deal with the other Reaper, I think. They're pretty much all the same problem here. Alright, we have aggro clearly established. So let's try sticking our helper there. See if we can get a heal or two. I have to say, it was quite a pain. Normally this is the quickest one too. This, in the Wayback Machine, back when the cap I think was 16 still, feels right to me. People would, I'm going to go ahead and go dark mode again here for this, because of the pandemonium guy here. People would have races to see who could get through Rainbow in the Dark the fastest on a melee. That was part of the stipulation. I even want to say specifically on a Barbarian. That's a little cube, huh? Oh, this guy's gonna take forever. Is this thing staying up? Yeah, so far. It's got a lot of hit points, though. I'm going to go ahead and shrine here. Interesting. There's a... I'm always looking for new keto recipes, things to kind of keep my diet fresh. And I have to admit, I keep half an eye on Twitter as we do things, especially in some of these older quests where I can kind of let things wander, and the chat's not super active, so I'm just looking for things to like ramble over and word vomit. And, jeez, more. And, there's happened to be a fried cheese recipe here. A Greek fried cheese recipe. And they used a mixture of flax. Alright, hang on. Haystack's in trouble. What is going on up here? Gotta make sure that Haystack stays alive and well and kicking. But anyway, flaxseed flour and almond flour mixed together to make the breading. Probably gonna have to buy some flaxseed flour as well as almond flour on our next trip to the store here. I don't know if they have flaxseed, but I know that my store has almond flour. Pretty close to done. And depending on how we're allowed to sleep tonight, we may or may not make our, well, probably not because I typically use the blender. But there's a pseudo bread that I make now. It's basically cream cheese and eggs and some mozzarella cheese, butter. It's a pretty simple recipe actually, but sometimes I like to put almond flour in it to give it a little bit more bread-like texture. I don't know if you watched or follow on Twitter. If not, maybe you should think about it. But I made a flatbread mix over the weekend. Super easy, actually. And it was very little carbohydrates per serving because of the flaxseed does a really good job of not breaking down. So it passes through. It's fiber, there you go. That's what I'm... but it was quite good. I actually ate the last piece of it today. I turned about half of it into pizza, which it didn't quite have the right flavor for pizza dough. I'm not sure if I wanted it to be sweeter or... I'll have to keep looking. But as a bread, I thought it was very nice, like a flatbread. Right here, we're probably just going to grab the thing and run. I really don't feel the need to clear this room because we cleared all this other stuff, so that little bit of dungeon alert there is not going to be enough to hurt us. And they can't reach us, so ha 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 ha. Really don't want to sit here and beat these stone scorpions down, but don't want them messing up my puzzle either. I feel like it's probably a reasonable trade-off. Oh dear lord, just pop back out. Fine. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Boop doo doo. Doo doo. And done. Yeah, pretty easy. Oh, so good to use a regular dagger again. Or our regular weapons again. Possible that we want to be critting. Yeah, let's switch to the crit dagger. So critting with this says 13 to 20 right now, which is not unreasonable amount of crit opportunities. Every time we crit, we're doing extra sonic damage. Also because of our high double strike, there's a higher opportunity for us to do extra damage with our crits. So it kind of adds up. Alright, well, that was Vale. That took us, like I said, about halfway through 94, which means we have a rank and halfway to go still. Should be about 2 quests, I think. But I think what we're going to do, since we're all the way up here, and we can't just teleport back to Meridia because we didn't unlock the zone, I think what we'll do is we're going to run up here, grab this top Explorer Zone, jump over, do the other Explorer Zone, or not zone, but Explorer Point, and then just look and see how quickly we might be able to pick a couple of things up. I don't want to really spend a lot of time out here in the Explorer Zone. I'm actually starting to feel pretty much done. Even though we've had a pretty good run here where my nose hasn't gone insane, I think we're getting pretty close to being done. When my nose gets like this and the pressure in my head starts building, it is pretty painful. And I just want to not be in pain. Sorry. No, makes me wuss. I like how some attacks will take you off your horse, but others won't. It's very strange. No. No bats. So I just unfollowed somebody I actually I think I generally like. He there's a phrase now I think that I'm adding to my list of stuff that just like a way of auto blocking. And he kind of did it. He crossed my line. Wow, I didn't even know I had one like that, but he found it. Anyhow, how are we doing here? I don't really know if I want to keep running these explorers right now. There's a couple of quick ones. 5,000 experience is not going to move us very far in this situation. Alright, kind of hit the explorer zones that we wanted to hit. Let's go fly a kite. No, let's run back, get into Meridia, and turn on our various quests here. Find something else that we want to do. So I kind of would like to get one or two more things done, because I really was hoping that we'd be able to be ready to TR for tomorrow, but as of right this minute, we still got a TR cache to empty, which I don't feel like doing right now. We still have voting to take, which I don't really feel like dealing with right now. If you happen to have a build suggestion, I would love to hear it.